So this will be in the realm of a Zelda's Garden and Kitchen. Not that we're cooking actually, but that sooner or later you got to do laundry. And so that's one of the household chores that goes along with gardening and kitchen stuff. Anyway, we bought this washer, which seemed like a great idea, and it was a great price. As you can see, that's very roomy in there because there's no dolly, as we used to call it, or agitator, which is its proper name and usage. Problem is, if there's no agitator, then you have to become the agitator yourself. That's what the fella told me when we were talking to a different store than where we bought it. The store where we bought it was very happy to sell it to us, and then was very uncooperative when we were simply asking why our clothes weren't getting clean, and what we could do about that, and why the soap suds was building up. And they gave us all sorts of nonsense answers, but the bottom line is, this seemed like an excellent idea when it was created. Doesn't turn out so well. It's got all your normal settings and all the bells and whistles, but it just does not agitate well, and if it doesn't agitate, it doesn't get rid of the dirt. So I'm going to pause this for a moment and add clothes. So if you ever find yourself with one of these, I don't know if I can get it to, there we go. So you can see that the swirling is not very strong. The fella that was helpful to us at another store when we were trying to figure out answers on this, he said, and I'd never heard an adult man use this term, I don't think. He said, have you ever watched it when it's in the wash cycle? It's just kind of silly. And he's right. It's silly. I don't know if I'd have thought of that term, but what that's doing is not going to get any dirt out of clothes. So that brings me to the next part of this video. We got this today from our handy-dandy UPS man. And this is a plunger type device, which I'm going to put together, so there will be some more pauses and starts here while I open the box and get parts all laid out. So here are all my little parts, and it looks quite simple to put together. It says that it is perfect for kids' dorms, camping, boating, saving water, disaster relief, traveling, power outages, apartments, small loads, and preppers. Well, as you can see, this is our outdoor laundry room, but that does not mean that we are preppers. That just means we're living in that camper right there, which has no room for a laundry room. So last winter, when running water was an issue, we would keep drinking water on hand and water for light bathing, and then we would go to a motel every so often and bathe the dogs, which is kind of necessary living in a small space, and wash all the clothes and have ourselves proper showers, and it was a good thing. But now that it's summer, we have kind of an outdoor kitchen washroom set up, and yet the washing machine is not something that agitates. So that little gem in there will swirl water, will let the water come up through and push through, and will cause agitation. Let's see, is there a certain direction this handle goes together? Doesn't really show me that. So we're going to just try screwing it together and see what we've got. That seems to fit very nicely right there. So, except that it's spinning. Let me pause again. There you go. Couldn't get it to stop spinning with the inside turning, because that's where this screwed into, is into the inside. That was what was threaded. So now we'll get this piece screwed on here. The fella that was giving us helpful answers at the appliance store that we have usually gone to buy parts and so forth, we ended up at the other place simply because we were doing business there. They have 2 or 3 different things going on, appliances being one of them. And we ended up in their store and saw this washer for $300, which seemed fantastic for as new as it was. Oh, they had taken it in trade. Well, when I called back in, my first question was, do you know whether they were having troubles with this machine? Do you know why they traded it in? And the lady said, oh, I wouldn't have any idea about that. And then went on to tell me that they had been washing kitchen towels and so forth in it for the previous 3 weeks, and it worked just fine, and what on earth was wrong with me? The thing that is rather frustrating is I've been helping with laundry ever since I was 8 years old, and have been doing my own laundry for more decades than we're going to announce here. But this young lady, who's less than half my age, I believe, is basically implying with every sentence that I don't know how to do laundry. And I certainly don't know how to do laundry in an HE machine, even though I own an HE machine. So that was rather frustrating. But here's our little plunger guy. So the fella in the helpful store, where we will continue to do business, he told me that I had to agitate the clothes myself. That I, since there's no agitator, I just, in a sense, have to be the agitator. I said, oh, I've been accused of that before. I think I can handle that. So, this is what we're doing, and we'll see how well it works. Previously, I've just been sticking my arm in that cold water and agitating, but I'm seeing the water getting dirtier as I do this, so I think that's a helpful thing. And I don't know how much anyone will be amused or educated by this, but that is what I'm doing for today. Now I believe I'm going to let this go ahead and finish its wash cycle. I may get my arm in there and turn those jeans over since they're rather heavy, and give it another good sloshing. See, when you push down, the water comes up through and out here on 4 different sides. But I believe I'll do another go around of that, and then we'll go see to my garden. But anyway, there's our little product deal for today. And if I notice anything fantastic and wonderful that I need to share, then I will add another little clip in the comments below.